Hello everybody out there, welcome back once again to the Brawl for All Pro Wrestling Show. It's your host Jeff Jaros. As always, I'm going to be coming at you solo here, kicking it off at least. I have Cdub coming up for the news and predictions for SummerSlam and NXT Takeover Brooklyn. I'm going to start things off here with Raw. A new little format here. Instead of just, mentioning word for word and taking forever and losing people's interest by saying every little word, I'm just going to kind of do it like I do news and notes and mention everything. And if I got something to say, I have something to say and run through it rather quickly. Raw ratings, to mention, were down from last week, so that's not a good sign, especially hyping up Brock and Taker on this week's episode of Raw for the go-home show for SummerSlam. I saw highlights here and there. I didn't watch the actual entire thing live. It seemed to be pretty decent, I guess, for a go-home. It was a typical go-home SummerSlam pay-per-view show, kind of like Cdub said on text at the time, which we will be getting here later. Jeff Crow wanted to get on here, but he's out there at the Wyatt family compound along with Eric Rowan locked up, and he's having really bad reception. Couldn't get him on here. If he calls back here in a little bit, we're going to try to get him back on here again, but bad reception at the compound right now. Bray seems like he's willing to let him free at least to talk on the show, so let's hope that he can get on here, and one more try we can give it, but Cdub coming up here once I run through Raw. To kick off Raw, which, like I said, the ratings were down, Stephanie and Triple H came out to kick it off. I'm so sick of Stephanie, Triple H, or one of the Authority members kicking off Raw, but they pretty much just talked up SummerSlam. That was pretty much it on the opening vignette. Then we went into Orton and Cesaro taking on Sheamus and Kevin Owens. Orton hit the RKO on Sheamus for the win. That's how that went. And just kind of continuing the stories there, because they're going to have Kevin Owens against Cesaro, and Sheamus and Orton also has been added to the SummerSlam card. So we get those two matches. At SummerSlam, that was just a match kind of keeping these feuds going. Undertaker promo on Lesnar claimed the gates of hell will be opening and welcoming him to eternal damnation. They said this played throughout the night. I didn't see, like I said, all the way through. So I'm just taking their word and saying that it was annoying throughout the night playing the same promo over and over. Seth Rollins' backstage segment confirmed his contract signing later in the night with Cena, and he actually mentioned that he wanted a statue made when he wins, and Triple H and Steph laughingly accepted, and it cut to Roman Reigns' entrance. Roman Reigns versus Harper we went into, and Reigns hit the Superman punch and a spear for the 3 count on Harper. Harper looking kind of weak, getting knocked off right there. What a big guy Harper is. Could be used as a Bruiser Brody type. I think they're really feeling the way they use him. They've already dropped the ball on him. When he had that IC title run, I think they could have used him a lot better than they did. Wish I had Cdub or Jeff on here right now to comment, but that's what I think about Luke Harper. I see Rowan definitely joining the fold. Hold on a second. We have a call coming in. Hello. Do we got you? I'm here. Damn. Well, looks like trouble at the compound. Tried to get him on there again, and it's just not working. He might try to call back here in a second. But as I said, what a coincidence. Speak of the devil, as I was talking about Rowan and Jeff being locked up at the compound. I see him being released for SummerSlam, and something happening there, but we'll get on to that when I get on to the news and notes and predictions. Becky Lynch defeated Tamina with the disarmor. Not much to say there, keeping it going. The 9 Diva match they're going to have at SummerSlam, elimination style. Just kind of, I think Cdub called that. When I get him on here, I'm going to ask him about that. But Becky Lynch getting the win over Tamina. Rusev defeated Mark Henry via Accolade. Dolph returned and got revenge for last week when Summer Rae put Lana in the Accolade, and I called that, and was kind of funny to see it happen. I mean, it wasn't like it was too hard to predict, but I was saying that he would return to get his revenge, and he did. And we returned after the break to see Ziggler and Lana celebrating backstage his return. They were interviewed by JoJo. So Ziggler is back, and the match has been set, as I said last week too, that I figured that he would come back and set up the match for SummerSlam with him and Rusev, and that match is set. Predictions coming later in the show. Brock Taker video played again. I mean, this was played a bunch. Ryback defeated Miz via the Shell Shock. Show walked out on Ryback's challenge. I guess Big Show was there, and Ryback went to challenge him, and he did not come to the ring. So it'll be interesting with the three-way match there for the IC title. Here we have Jeff trying to call in one more time. Let's see if the second time's a charm. Hello. We got you. Well, it looks like we're not going to get Jeff back. Really bad reception at the compound there, it looks like. And I don't think he's going to try a third time, which that sucks. Everybody sees that he did try to call in. So going on, as I said, it's going to be interesting seeing that three-way Intercontinental title match, and hopefully Ryback comes out with that, because I would rather see Ryback than Miz or Big Show, to tell you the truth. Contract signing, Cena actually mentioned tying Ric Flair's 16-time reign. Not much more to say on the contract signing. Then we had New Day and Los Matadores versus Lucha Dragons primetime players. Kalisto hit a Hurricane Rana for the win. And a big old tag team match coming up at SummerSlam. We're going to see the primetime players, Los Matadores, Lucha Dragons, and the New Day for the WWE Tag Team titles. So that was just a match keeping that going. But Kalisto gets the pin for the Lucha Dragons. I'm trying to hold back from any kind of predictions for the pay-per-view until we come up. We had a comic book style recap of the Neville-Stephen Amell feud. I still haven't found out how to say that. I'm going to ask Cdub when I come up here. We've seen Neville and Amell and Barrett Stardust set up last week on the promo. Then there was a promo cut by Stardust and Barrett putting down the Green Arrow, Stephen Amell, backstage. And then we went on to Nikki Bella and Sasha Banks, and just to say, I think that Neville and Amell and Barrett Stardust thing is going to be a lot more entertaining than people think. I bet the Green Arrow there will be able to put on a lot more moves and stuff than people are actually expecting. He has been training. Then, as I said, going to Nikki Bella and Sasha Banks. Sasha actually tapped out Nikki for the submission win, which was pretty good. Actually, during this match, Lesnar, "We want Lesnar" chants were chanted, and Sasha Banks says, they want change, but they won't change themselves. Mick Foley actually upset and said he felt embarrassed by the whole deal at that time during the Raw match. So yeah, that wasn't good with "We want Lesnar" chants. And as I said, they have definitely handled this whole Divas thing wrong. The whole invasion thing has been handled completely backwards from what they should have done, in my opinion. I'm going to ask Cdub when he gets on, but I expressed my opinion a little bit on that one last week. That's what I think about the whole Divas thing right now. Backstage, they had Team PCB, which I hate that name, cut the promo on both teams losing at SummerSlam, and they're going to come out on top. Final Brock and Taker promo shown before the two went face-to-face for the final segment. Paul Heyman came out hyping up Brock, mainly accomplishments, before bringing out the mayor of Suplex City to a huge pop, because they were in Minneapolis, Minnesota, his hometown, so you knew he was going to be over as the face here. Paul and Brock played a little disappearing trick on the fans. They had the gong go off and it came back on and nothing really happened. They said Taker could get God and the Devil to team up with him and it still wouldn't have a chance against Brock at SummerSlam. And then the gong went off and Taker hit an uncharacteristic low blow on Lesnar as the lights came back on, and he's done that twice now, so that's kind of heelish. And then he hit a choke slam and then left Brock laying after calling and hitting the tombstone and leaving him in the middle of the ring. Taker did his classic pose to a chorus of boos as the ominous blue light came on, and we went off the air with Taker standing tall or posing tall, however you want to say it. So that was a pretty cool ending there, seeing the crowd just totally healing out Taker as they popped with huge boos. It was interesting to see, though, that segment, and I guess, I don't know if leaving Brock Lane seems like Taker's going to get beat, but we'll come up to the predictions here. They made Brock look weak going into SummerSlam there, but he was hit with that low blow and stuff, so I guess it's not too weak. Now I'm going to actually get a hold of Cdub and get him on the show. I'm sorry there on the 2 interruptions from Jeff. I actually told him to do that. I was interrupted twice there, so I think I was able to keep on track. I'm sorry about that, but that's the way things go, especially when you're being held captive at the compound. So let's give Cdub a call here and get into the news and then the predictions for both SummerSlam and NXT Takeover Brooklyn. Pigman.
I am Pigman.
We have Pigman in the house. Hey, I just telling everybody that you were going to get on here for the news and notes and the predictions, and I went through Raw real quick this time. Told everybody I kind of changed the format on that whole deal, kind of keeping it more interesting and getting through it quicker. So, do you have anything to say on that?
Yeah, happy to be here as always, man. I really dig the new format. I think it'll be better for the listeners, and it'll be more efficient in bringing all of the best of the week in wrestling to our viewers.
And just taking a little bit less, attention off of Raw. Yep. That's not all that's going on. I actually enjoy doing the news and notes and the predictions more. But I ran through it. I'm going to keep running through it because people like to know what's going on there. So
for sure.
And we got to keep people updated, especially doing a prediction card for SummerSlam on what went on. But it was pretty much your average go-home show. I kind of said that you texted me that during the time.
Yep, pretty much.
So we're going to get on the news and notes and then into the predictions to end the show off, man. So whenever you're ready, let me know, man.
I'm ready.
All right. We got Jeff texting here. Hold on a second. Man, I might just have him speakerphone it and shitty audio it if he really wants.
Yeah, shit, if you want him in.
He wants in bad, he's saying. He had all this shit wrote down.
Shit. What's this computer fucked?
Yeah, he's having bad reception at the compound over there, man. Bray's holding him hostage, but he's going to let him make a phone call. I think he may be released by SummerSlam, though, because I'm pretty sure he's going to let Eric Rowan come out and help him that night.
All right.
But we'll get on to that here in a sec. Let's just speakerphone Jeff here. Fuck it.
All right.
See what he's got to say. Better than nothing.
Yeah.
It won't be the loudest, that's for sure.
Right.
Yo.
Hey, man, what's up?
Oh, not much.
Can Cdub, can you hear him at all?
I can, yes.
All right, cool. Well, Jeff, do you want to just try to get on here this way and do it this way?
What?
Do you want to try to just do the predictions and the news this way? All right, well, I just wanted to call and see if you wanted to do it. Any message for the listeners out there from the compound before you hang up, though?
I just want to let everybody know that I'll be back soon.
Yeah,
Things are going well out here. I've talked to Bray quite a bit. Brother Luke.
So, he got Eric.
Good SummerSlam for them.
Is Eric any lowdown on Eric Rowan over there?
No, that'll be a surprise at SummerSlam.
Sweet.
Brother Eric's getting ready.
Brother Eric. Well, Brother Jeff, it sucks we can't get you on here. Want to say anything to Cdub while you're here?
What's that, Jeff?
Want to holler anything to Cdub while you're here?
No, Cdub, what's up?
What's up, man? Follow the buzzards.
Yes, follow the buzzards and get back on here next week somehow, some way, man.
I'm going to try. I've been out here. I've been seeing the light out here.
Well, you got it. Well, follow the buzzards, like I said, and
trying to stay away from the poison that's going on out there, the social media and everything, but I can use it as a tool.
Man,
right.
Seems like Bray's really gotten into you there.
To help stop the poisoning, you need an antidote.
Just like getting bit by a rattlesnake.
Get that antidote from the poison itself.
Sweet, man. Well, we definitely got to get you on here next week, man, and get you on a better computer.
Yeah.
Live from the compound.
Yep. I'll get out of the compound for a while.
Hey, man, at least you got to make an appearance, though, this week.
Yeah. I'll be back next week.
Right on.
I'll shed some light on the situation going on.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you next week, buddy.
You and Cdub take care. And
Peace out, man. Take it easy.
We will spread the message. Follow the buzzards. Peace, man.
Peace.
Hey, well, at least we got him on there for a few seconds. Doesn't sound like he's, I don't know. I guess he's taking the compound well. I don't know.
Yeah?
So we can cut right into the news now. I think I was in the middle of just going into that.
Excellent.
Okay, so, getting on to here. Did you hear about Piper's cause of death?
I did, yes. A blood clot caused a heart attack. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, and it was funny on his death certificate they listed his occupation as a pro wrestler for 45 years.
Wow. So, I believe that's one of the only jobs he ever had.
I know. It's just a little note that I wanted to note. But yeah, a pulmonary embolism in his lungs. He was rumored to have high blood pressure his whole life. Not rumored. I guess he did. And it can cause blood clots. So
Yes.
Seems like that's what happened, and he hasn't been the greatest of health there at the end of his life anyway. Jon Stewart to host SummerSlam. What do you think of that?
I like it, man. It's good for Jon Stewart to stay in the spotlight there after the Daily Show coming to an end. And I know John has been a longtime fan of pro wrestling growing up in New York.
Right.
Up there in the Northeast. So I'm sure this is really, really big for him, despite the fact that he is a huge, huge star. You know, pretty cool.
Yeah, and they've had that thing with him and Rollins already before, so it's cool that he's getting back into the fold.
Yep.
Then we have ESPN actually covering SummerSlam. Jonathan Coachman, the coach.
The coach is making his long-awaited return. I do know that Stone Cold Steve Austin is also in town that weekend in Los Angeles.
Same with Ric Flair.
Coach, you better watch out. Stone Cold might have his ATV.
He could. Yeah, on that note, you had Austin being brought to New York for SummerSlam weekend. He's not expected to actually be used on the pay-per-view. I guess he's doing this 2K16 video game event that they're having.
Makes perfect sense considering that Austin will be featured heavily in the game.
Right. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall are going to be brought in.
I think that pretty much confirms their appearance in the game, I would say.
I don't think they're going to be appearing on SummerSlam either, but they're going to be doing probably a panel or an auto signing, probably that 2K16, I'd say.
Yeah.
So, and then the Nature Boy, like you said, being brought. Any news on that?
No. I understand that.
What's he going to be used for?
I don't know. I know that a couple of years ago, the whole SummerSlam roundtable with Ric Flair, Jim Ross, and others was one of the main reasons given to Jim Ross why he was fired. I guess Rick was a little sauced up that day.
I remember that.
So hopefully they keep Rick far away from the bar before whatever appearances he does. I love Ric Flair as much as the next guy, but I don't like Ric Flair whenever he's not himself and not up to full form.
Another note, though, about Hall and Nash. They're not going to be appearing on SummerSlam, they say, but they could show up in NXT at the NXT Takeover in Brooklyn. Not confirmed, but that's what they're saying.
I can see that happening. I know Hall and Nash are guys who they still follow the business. I mean, they're guys who watch and like to see what's hot, and they stay pretty up to date. So
I'd like to see an encounter with them and Enzo and Cass. That'd be nice.
That would be pretty sweet.
China posts that video refuting that she confronted Triple H at Piper's funeral. I reported that last week. I guess she's saying she didn't do it. I don't know. X-Pac and Triple H saying that she did. Anyway. I'm
going to take everybody but China's word for this.
That's what I thought you'd say. Hey, by the way, is it Stephen Amell or Stephen Amell?
Stephen Amell, to my knowledge.
Well, I've been having trouble the last 2 weeks.
Don't quote me, any Arrow fans out there. You said his name wrong.
Yeah, I've been trying to correct myself so people ain't slamming me for it, but I said I was going to ask you when I got you on here.
Yes.
Did you see that photo of him training for SummerSlam?
I did, yeah. I'm not really sure this is having quite the same impact that WWE had hoped it had. But I'm sure they're going to get a lot of crossover viewers from the Arrow series. The big hardcore fans of that series will probably tune in to watch this.
Well, I mentioned on their spot that they had about it on Raw that people can be surprised by Amell's performance. I'm just going to call him Green Arrow from now on. By the Green Arrow's performance, they could be surprised because he's actually taking it serious in training. And that little spot where he had the takedown and the elbows on Stardust was nice.
Yes.
So they could be surprised by this, but at least they're getting a celebrity in there. I don't think they are getting the exposure that they thought, but I think it's who they threw him in there with. Stardust, it's like...
Yeah. I mean, it's really starting to come to time for Stardust, Cody Rhodes, to really make a move here and start making an impact, because...
He needs to go back to Cody Rhodes.
He needs to just do... I mean, whatever it may be, whatever it is that he has to do to finally get to the place that, I feel like a Rhodes should be on the card. I mean, his older half-brother, Dustin, while he was never a world champion, he was always up there on the card. And, I mean, you can say what you want about Stardust, and, he has had some success with titles and everything, but overall, he just doesn't make a whole lot of impact. He doesn't carry a whole lot of weight. And It's time for him professionally to start doing that.
He's a veteran now.
Now he is, yeah. I mean, I think it's time for him to start doing that or move along.
Yeah, he's got to do something. This didn't come off the greatest. I mean, he's doing a pretty good job on his interviews.
Yeah.
Global Force announced their second set of tapings for Amped in Las Vegas, so I'm pretty much thinking that they're going to get a spot on TV somewhere, or they wouldn't be doing these second set of tapings.
I would have to assume that they're going to, and if they don't, I think that they really have a future going on as internet only. But as most people know, without the terrestrial TV, without the standard cable,
right,
you're not going to get as many viewers. So
but ROH and TNA's ratings increased this week.
Excellent.
So I mean, why couldn't somebody like Access or somebody like that pick them up?
Yeah, I mean, you would think that they may
an hour show though, just an hour show.
But you also have to look at the problems that TNA had on Destination America, and I would say that the word going around right now is, you don't want to get wrestling on your TV network. So
yeah, but ROH is doing all right, and JPW is doing good.
Yeah.
So I mean, and Raw, they're having bad ratings, but I guess decent enough. There's room for one more if ROH can't move into that slot. Yeah. Maybe ROH can become number 2 now. I'd say they'd have to be almost right now.
I would say so, if not New Japan. As far as in the U.S., most of the wrestling fans...
They're having that movement in Japan like the Attitude Era.
Yeah, it's really more than anything here, it's that New Japan is more popular than ever to the American market.
Yeah.
And so,
Speaking of Japan, what's going on in the G1 Climax?
The G1 tournament is over. We had our final with Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Shinsuke Nakamura, and Tanahashi wins the G1. It was a hell of a match. Going back and watching some of the highlights from all of the days of matches.
I'm going to have to do that.
There are just so many fantastic bouts out there that everybody needs to track down. I'm sure you can find them on YouTube or wherever you like.
What match would you like to recommend?
I would definitely recommend the final, man. That was one of the better matches I've seen. Tanahashi and Nakamura are really the two top stars for New Japan.
Right.
So it was the most epic battle that they could have in the G1 final. And I think it advanced a lot of careers and brought a lot of stock up in the guys who didn't actually win it. And New Japan's always delivering, no matter what it seems like.
I like to plug them on here because I like New Japan. Thanks for the update. Rumors still persisting of The Rock appearing at SummerSlam in some form. Anything on that?
I mean, they're going to have to do something with Roman Reigns. I pretty much am expecting Dean Ambrose to turn at SummerSlam on Roman Reigns, or Roman Reigns to turn on Dean. Something's got to give.
We'll get there in a second on the predictions, but
something's got to give there. So
possibly Rock taking the place where Sting was supposed to be. I don't know.
I don't see him coming in at SummerSlam, but I can see them setting up a Survivor Series appearance for The Rock.
Yeah, 3-on-3.
Yep.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a second, though. Did you see Hulk Hogan's Beyond the Ring special? I noticed this myself. His Beyond the Ring specials are still up on the network.
I did not notice that, no.
Yeah, they're still up there. You can watch all his content. And every pay-per-view that he was in's on there. They're not going to go away.
No, I don't see them taking him away. I don't see them giving him the Benoit treatment, man.
Nah. Did you see that he's appearing at his beach restaurant?
And I did not.
Yeah, he's having a meet and greet and autograph signing. Man, I'm thinking I wanted to pull up the prices. They're outrageous. Like,
$50,
$50 or $60 for an autograph.
Oh, dude, Hogan usually charges upwards of $100. So, I think this is Hogan trying to cash in as much as he can, and it's probably the wise move right now because
sometimes bad publicity is good publicity.
Yeah,
he's in the headlines. People aren't ever going to forget what he did. So
no,
whether he was like that or not, there's people that love that guy.
Yeah,
and they're defending him till the end.
Yep.
Okay, Nikki Bella said in an interview with Fox Sports that Cena's 100%, and she's never seen a faster healer. I just wanted to mention that little note.
Yeah, it's just a broken nose.
So we'll see him at SummerSlam. But I've always seen him. I've always thought though, man, this guy heals fast.
Yeah, it's just a broken nose. Doesn't really surprise me.
Did you see that 72-year-old Pedro Morales, Hall of Famer that we've talked about before? He's reportedly suffering from Parkinson's, man. That sucks.
That's a shame to hear.
Yes, definitely. So I hope he can get on something and do a little bit better, because I don't want to see anything happen to Pedro, but, time takes on everyone, so.
Afraid so.
Hope he gets better. Neither Brock nor Taker being advertised for post-SummerSlam Raw.
That's not too surprising. I expect them to kind of let that one breathe a little bit, maybe, and kind of let the fans, kind of get their breath back before they build into SummerSlam. Or, Survivor Series.
Yeah, I think so, too. That's exactly what they're doing. WWE officials and Vince McMahon are very high on Tough Enough's Josh. I don't know this guy. But they said whether he wins or not, he's probably going to be offered a deal, which we've already said a lot of these guys probably will be. But did you also see that Tanner was eliminated, which makes it down to like ZZ, and I can't remember the other guy's name, and then the other two girls. And next week they're going to be wrestling main roster stars on the finale.
Not bad. I like it. I have still yet to watch even so much as one episode.
I haven't either, but we've been supporting ZZ here on the episode. And he's still there.
ZZ. All right, I like that guy. I like the cut of your jib, fella.
Yeah, buddy, me too. So he's still on, man. He made the final episode.
Way to go, ZZ.
I hope he puts. I want to see his match.
Yeah.
I want to see his match. Okay, CM Punk talked Sheamus getting his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Rocksteady role over him.
Ooh,
what do you think?
Punk was actually initially wanting to be Casey Jones in a Turtles movie, but
he would have been great as Casey Jones, man.
I think so too. But Sheamus as Rocksteady, congratulations! I think that's a big reason why he ended up going to the Mohawk.
Yeah, I think so too. That's exactly why he's got that appearance going on. But still, he's going to have to be some kind of rhinoceros or.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to use a lot of CGI.
Was Rocksteady the pig or the rhino?
The rhino, I believe.
Yeah, rhino was, and we had Bebop and Rocksteady. So
I could be wrong.
I don't know. It's been so long. I had the figures and everything. I don't know why I'm thinking that right now. I think he may be the pig guy. I don't know, because he's got the mohawk.
I don't know.
Not sure. WWE Shop added merchandise for Apollo Crews and Liger. Jushin Thunder Liger. I was kind of surprised they added merch for him.
Yeah, it's a little surprising considering it's supposed to be a one-time deal, but
right.
I'm guessing that they're doing that in advance of SummerSlam weekend because I know they're going to be selling a lot of Liger merch there, or at least trying to.
Yeah, and like you said, I heard that he's expected to sign. He was not expected to sign a full-time deal. It's just supposed to be a one-off match.
I would expect that to be the case. He might come back once again, but this isn't going to be a run for Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yeah, it's not. A WrestleMania appearance would be cool, but
yeah.
Kind of like Ultimo Dragon had his one WrestleMania appearance.
Yeah, it didn't work out so well. He busted his ass.
I remember.
Sorry, geez. Ultimo Dragon, you just came to the biggest moment of your career.
And
great wrestler, one of the all-time legends, and you fell on your ass.
Yeah, don't break a leg. Somebody must have told him.
Yeah.
Oh man. So we have Lesnar. He appeared on that ESPN Sports Center deal. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I saw the clips of him working the security gate at the front of ESPN's compound there in, I think, Bristol, Connecticut.
Oh, man. I guess
super funny.
I guess he dropped some things like, I don't know if he did this in the Sports Center interview or not, but he said Vince is a better promoter than Dana White.
I agree, 110%.
I agree too, and he also said that about his fake comment that he had. He said, "Of course, it's fake."
Yeah, it is. I mean, the only people that throw around the fake word are the people that are stupid or too stupid to realize that
we don't know that by now.
I mean, wrestling fans have been. It's not like this big, hey, you know it's fake, right? You're stupid.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we all know that it's clearly not, these guys are not in there kicking each other's ass trying to kill each other, clearly. Yeah. So, to me, that's just, I mean, sorry to call it this way, but that's just the MMA holes being their usual selves.
The MMA holes. And he said Ronda Rousey's a great fighter, but in a really weak division.
She is. I mean, there's... who realistically is going to beat Ronda Rousey? I mean, there's always a puncher's chance, but come on.
So
it is a weak division.
Yeah.
This is like Mike Tyson fighting in the middleweight division, basically, to me.
Right, and you know, there's nobody to take her on except for Cyborg. I mean,
and she's going to get wrecked too.
Yeah, you think?
I know.
Okay, well, I'll hold you to that. You never know, dude.
Yeah, like I said, there's always a puncher's chance, but I'm not betting against Rousey.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Foley, I already talked about this, but I wanted to see how you felt. I guess he was just embarrassed at people chanting Brock Lesnar during the women's match at Raw.
He should be. I mean,
it is embarrassing to a wrestling fan or a wrestler, but in my opinion, this whole Divas thing has been terrible.
I wouldn't quite say terrible. I would say that they've lost a lot of the momentum since, Sasha Banks.
Since they brought him in?
Yeah, I mean, it really started out strong, and it's kind of petered out.
Well, they don't let them work like they do on NXT, and people don't even seem like they're like, what's the big deal about this? And then having them in factions too, kind of watering them down to where they're not the main point, focal point.
Exactly.
So it's just
I think that they were maybe going for a strength in numbers type thing, but I don't really think that that's necessary, and I think it takes away from establishing Becky and Sasha as their own entities, really.
Yeah, I think they really messed up and they're handling it totally wrong. It could have been a lot better. That's what I said earlier, so I was just wanting to get your opinion.
I mean, I think so. I think that they're going to have to do something with this Divas Revolution because, here's a crazy question. When's the last time they had a Divas gimmick match?
Never.
Or like a stipulation that actually meant something?
I think one cage match they've had of women's.
Not many, I know that. I mean, why not start really doing revolutionary things? Why haven't we seen a women's Hell in a Cell match?
I don't know. That's something I want to see.
Anything.
I've always said that. What about Team PCB? Is that horrible?
Panama City Beach? I'm pretty sure I went there back in, 05. Had a nice little rager, man.
I was trying to think that it was like the play on PCP.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. But
I had another... No, I'm just kidding. I never did PCP.
No, neither have I, but it sounds pretty similar to me.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we have Jake Roberts undergoing hip surgery. He's going to have a hip replacement, so I want to wish him good luck on that, especially since his bad health lately. That's going to suck for him to have to go into surgery at this time.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something that Jake's probably needed for many years, and he's just now getting to the point where he's healthy enough to have it done. Get well soon, Snake Man. Hope you're back up to your usual self soon enough.
Right, because I do not want to do any more tribute shows this year.
No.
WWE interested reportedly in indie stars Biff Busick and Rich Swann. I don't know much about them. Do you know them?
I have heard the names. I've never actually seen them wrestle. I do like the name Biff Busick because it reminds me of
Big Bully Busick.
And I really loved the gimmick with him popping the little kids.
Oh, man, I wish he would have stuck around more when I was a kid.
That would have been awesome.
I was a big Busick fan, dude. I remember he was prepared to be on Survivor Series. I had the magazine. He was on the Survivor Series team. But once Survivor Series came around, he was gone.
He was gone. Never made a pay-per-view appearance.
Also, somebody else was gone from that match. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh, dude,
it was a weird match.
That whole 1992 Survivor Series was completely littered with changes.
Yeah, that was the weirdest pay-per-view of all time.
It was really weird. I mean, if you go back and look at the roster at the time in the magazine, of course, it was made a couple months in advance.
Right, it was totally different.
Totally different. Really
they had the Sid Justice. I wanted to see that too. Sid Justice, Boss Man, and the Road Warriors against Jake the Snake, Natural Disasters, and IRS. And then they came to Survivor Series. They didn't even have Sid and Jake there.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? That was actually 91. That wasn't 92. Now that I think of it, 92 was the one where we saw the Ultimate Warrior depart, and of course Mr. Perfect take his.
That was when they finally changed the format.
Yeah, no more team matches exclusively.
Well, they kind of went back to it and then changed it again, so.
Yeah.
So, going on from that, did you see the Minnesota Vikings exec, I don't know who he is, But he potentially leaked WrestleMania coming to Minneapolis, Minnesota next year. But WWE says that they are one that they are considering, but it's not secured.
I would believe WWE on this. This isn't really news to me that they're trying to bring a WrestleMania to that area. I mean, it makes perfect sense. There's a lot of fans up there. It's always been a WWF town, so WWE.
Brock Lesnar's hometown.
Brock Lesnar is, a hometown boy. Why not?
Right. I think it's probably... I think he may have let the cat out of the bag. I would not be surprised that they announce it's going to be Minneapolis, or else they wouldn't even have said they were considering it.
Right. I'm holding out hope that we get one in Tampa eventually.
But they definitely don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
No.
Did you see that Tammy, Sonny, Lynn Sitch is posting those risque pictures up promoting her Skype sessions with fans? So I was going to tell you, Cdub, if you want to Skype session her, I guess she's doing like private Skype sessions, but she's got some pretty hot pics up there if you check it out.
Oh, very nice.
I was like, damn, Sonny's not looking...
I'll have to build a time machine and go back and get me from 1996.
Yeah, well, I was saying, I was thinking it was going to be bad, but when I seen him, I was like, not bad, but anybody can take a good picture, so...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wish she wasn't... I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I wish she was doing something else to make money.
Skype sessions. Okay, MVP competing in jiu-jitsu. He's going to be in some jiu-jitsu tournament I seen.
Very nice. I know he's a tough son of a bitch, and he's certainly in good physical condition for a man his age, so more power to him.
A couple other things, and then we're going to be heading into the NXT Takeover Brooklyn predictions. Did you see that Triple H had this press conference, or not press conference, but conference call, and he mentioned that there's going to be a new start time. It's going to be 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, and they're going to have a pre-show. And he also added a couple matches and made it a 10-card pay-per-view.
Yeah, I did see that he added the matches.
I guess you'd call it a pay-per-view or event. And he also said that it's going to be a 2-hour event, and they will likely be heading to UK for a UK tour. And also, I don't know if you can get down to this, but they're going to have an all-access performance center day next in September.
Very cool. That would be pretty sweet to go to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe you could try to look into that, but they're going to have an NXT Performance Center all-access event in September.
Nice.
And this week's episode of NXT, did you watch it?
Not yet, no.
Well, it was better go-home show than Raw. Let's just put it that way.
Doesn't surprise me.
I enjoyed it. When you see the Bayley signing, I mean, they actually got her... She was so ticked off by the end when you see that she's letting out some aggression is what she needed anyway.
Yeah.
But it was great. And then the ending with the whole ladder match situation with Balor and Owens was great. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but go check out NXT if anybody hasn't watched it. Because we're going to be coming up. I'm going to have this up by Friday, so Saturday is the event, so there's only going to be one day to circulate. So,
right.
But we're going to give our picks anyway. What the hell? We got Bull Dempsey and Elias Sampson.
Well, I'm going to go with Bull. I think this guy's unstoppable, and
unstoppable.
He's in fantastic shape.
Yes, he's Bull fit.
He is.
I'm going with Bull Dempsey too on that one. They're pushing him. And Elias Sampson, I thought they were doing that country gimmick with him or whatever. Maybe he can break that out this little deal.
Yeah.
Eva Marie, horrible in the ring against Carmella, which I don't know if she's much better, but I'm taking Eva Marie because they're wanting to push her, and all I've been reading. And
yeah, I would have to agree with that.
After all that training, it never helped.
No, they're obviously pushing her. I would like to see Carmella win, as she's pretty entertaining, but I think that's what's going to happen.
And she's what? What is she?
Who?
Carmella.
Hot?
Hot as hell.
Yeah. Yes, she is.
And you can't what?
You can't teach that.
No, you can't. Enzo and Big Cass, speaking of you can't teach that, they're going to team up with the Hype Brothers, Ryder and Mojo. I kind of like these guys, are funny. Taking on Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, Scott Dawson, and Dash Wilder, your favorite team.
The team of a bunch of fucking nobodies.
Did you see Scott Dawson and Wilder? You haven't seen this week's episode, but they had the Brainbuster type jackets on.
I do like that. I like the old school attire. I've always been a mark for ring jackets.
Yeah, those ring jackets were sweet, man.
They could go get all the ring jackets they want. They could go get some Rivera Steakhouse jackets, and I still wouldn't like them. These guys they all blend together.
You don't
they
like
blend
Gable?
together with Gunner and Murphy from TNA and all these guys who I just really don't care about.
Yeah, Chad Gable has a future, I think, maybe.
Well, we'll have to see. I'll have to check these guys out now that you've
Chad Gable's a former Olympic wrestler.
I wonder if he's from the famous Gable family.
I think it's just the name they're using.
I see.
We actually talked about him before. Charlotte and Becky Lynch versus Emma versus Dana Brooke. So Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Emma versus Dana Brooke. Who do you think got in that one? And by the way, I got Enzo's team in the other one.
Yeah, I'll take Team Soft on that one.
Yep.
In the next one, I'm going to have to go with Dana Brooke.
Me too. I'm taking her just because I think they're pushing her up to the main card.
Yep.
We have Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, ladder match for the NXT title. Actually, let's save that. We have the Vaudevillains versus Blake and Murphy for the tag titles.
I'm saying the Vaudevillains.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to take the Vaudeville. I just hate Blake and Murphy and want to see the belts off of them. But I think they're going to bring an answer for Alexa Bliss. This week's episode was funny on that part, too. Let's just say that she slapped the shit out of the Vaudevillains, okay? But go back and watch it, man. I like Alexa's. It's kind of sexy, her little gimmick now. I think she's going to get up there, man. We had Bayley and Sasha for the NXT women's title. What do you think is going to happen there?
Bayley is finally going to capture the gold. I like Bayley. I like her.
I do too.
She's pretty good in the ring, and her gimmick seems to get over with the fans. I'm not sure, much like Emma, if she's going to get over on the main roster with it, but I think it's a very marketable gimmick for WWE. It's kid-friendly, and she's good in the ring, so I like it.
Right. I think we're going to see a new NXT women's champion, a new NXT tag champion. We have Apollo Crews making his debut. You know he's not going to lose. He's taking on Ty Dillinger, so I'm going with Apollo.
Yep.
Going to be great to see this guy. If you have not seen U-Haul Nation / Apollo Crews, you're going to be in for a treat, man.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Have you not seen him?
I've seen clips. I've never actually watched a full match all the way through.
He's pretty incredible for his size and stuff.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe, Baron Corbin.
Samoa Joe.
You got to go with Joe.
If Baron Corbin wins, I will eat my Samoa Joe t-shirt.
Like Jeff Crow said that we heard from earlier, he said that, he's never seen Joe in better shape, and I agree, man. He's in great shape right now for him.
I agree.
We have Jushin Thunder Liger and Tyler Breeze.
Liger
all the way. They can't have him job out in his only appearance.
Nope.
And so that makes... Well, there's going to be an appearance by Hideo Itami. Anything you think happening there?
I'm hoping that Hideo will be setting up his return storyline, which I'm hoping that he'll be back by the Rumble at the very least.
Me too, man. Me too. Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, NXT title ladder match. I'm going with Finn, dude.
I think the Demon is going to retain, man. Finn Balor will hold on to it, and this will kind of be the
final bow for Owens.
You got it. This will be his NXT farewell.
I wanted to say it before you did.
You got me.
Okay, well, that does it for TakeOver. So are you ready to go right into SummerSlam?
Let's do it.
End it off? Okay, I don't know about this SummerSlam card, man. I mean, it seems a jumbled mess that they've thrown together here. 10 matches. Don't seem very interested in a lot of the matches, but we'll see what you think.
All right.
You got the Stephen Amell, Green Arrow, I'm calling him, and Neville against Stardust and Barrett. You're going to have to go with the Green Arrow and Neville on that.
Yeah, I mean, anytime there's a celebrity appearance, you can pretty much guarantee they're going to get the pinfall win. So that way you get the easy to include on a news broadcast or an Entertainment Tonight or whatever. They're Amell and Stardust, or Amell and Neville are going to win.
Only way they lose is if he's going to stick around and do something else.
Maybe. I mean, that is a possibility, but I would assume this will be a one-off and he'll get the win.
That's what I'm claiming too, but you never know. Dolph Ziggler, Rusev.
Ziggler all the way.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's hot right now. I think he's going to him and Lana. They like the little team there, but Rusev, man, I don't know what they're going to do with this guy.
He's lost a ton of momentum, man, and this Summer Rae thing isn't doing him any favors.
No, I think he's been lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Just another guy now.
Yep.
Horrible. So I knew what was going to happen after they dropped that to Cena at Mania.
Yeah.
Team PCB, Team Bella, Team Bad, elimination. One member goes down and the team's eliminated. You actually called this, man.
Yeah.
I said that earlier. I said, you actually called this, dude.
Yeah, man. I believe I actually called the 4-way also for the tag team titles, but nevertheless, in this match, I expect the Bellas to win. Nikki is going to just retain the title until she breaks AJ's record, because, WWE is that petty.
Yeah, and, well, this is not for the belt, though, so...
Right, but still, I mean, they can't have... I don't think they're going to have Nikki losing.
I'm going out on a string here, man. They had a strong promo from PCB. I think they might have PCB take. That's what I'm going to take.
They're definitely my perennial favorites. I'd like to see them win.
Hate that name, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it beats Submission Sorority, I guess.
I guess it does. Better than the Horsewomen.
Yes.
We got KO, Kevin Owens, and Cesaro. This is going to be this match. I bet this is going to be match of the night.
Easily. They're going to steal the show, man. That's it.
I'm pretty sure they will.
Really, more than any other match, that's the one I'm looking forward to.
Well, there could be another possible show stealer, but I'll get to that in a second. But I'm thinking Kevin Owens, Cesaro will be hard to top.
I hope this is Cesaro.
Man, I'm hoping Cesaro, but I'm thinking Kevin Owens is going to take this match.
Now is the time to pull the trigger on Cesaro and get this guy over.
But where's Kevin Owens go from there?
I think they just keep this feud going, man. These guys are going to tear the house down, and I think that once they do, come Monday, we're going to be talking a lot more about the Kevin Owens-Cesaro feud, and I think the stock of that is going to rise considerably.
I'm going to go with Kevin Owens. I could also see a possible no contest here somehow.
Yeah, I could see a screwy finish there.
Mm-hmm. Reigns, Ambrose, Wyatt, Harper. This is one I wanted to talk about because I think that Wyatt and Harper are going to have Rowan come out and help them win. And then they'll start beating them down, and we're going to see either Sting or The Rock come out and make the save.
I would have to venture to guess. That's a pretty damn good prediction, but I'm going to say that we're going to see Dean Ambrose turn on Roman Reigns. And to go even crazier, I'm going to say we're going to see Dean Ambrose loosely align himself with the Wyatts.
Well, that'd be neat.
I think it would be pretty neat if anybody fits the bill and can pull it off. I think it's Ambrose. And either way, whether they actually do the Wyatt thing with Ambrose or not, I feel like either Reigns or Ambrose has to turn. Those two guys need to be facing each other at WrestleMania, leading up to WrestleMania. That needs to be a big marquee matchup, is those two guys.
So you don't see Stinger...
I
Raw.
see them maybe saving that. I do expect Sting to be at Survivor Series. The Rock, I'm not really sure.
They're claiming possible Night of Champions on Sting.
It wouldn't surprise me to see The Rock be thrown into WrestleMania. So it's just a matter of when they actually start bringing him back into the fold and how often he's going to be involved and how many dates he's available.
So I'm taking Wyatt Harper, and you're taking who?
I'm taking the Wyatts are winning, and Dean Ambrose is gonna turn.
Yeah, and I said Wyatt's will win, Rowan will return, and then we'll see Sting or Rock. That's what I'm gonna keep with. Sheamus and Orton.
I really don't care.
I don't care either, but I'm going with Orton because I like him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Orton. RKO out of nowhere, whoop-de-doo.
Sheamus
still has the Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
though.
The worst Mr. Money in the Bank, I was gonna say, of all time.
He's up there with Mr. Kennedy and Damian Sandow.
Definitely. Lesnar versus Taker.
Oh, boy.
Well, let's do this first. Let's do the four-way tag. Primetime Players, Los Matadors, Lucha Dragons, and New Day.
I would certainly hope that we're
For the
do
tag
that one
titles,
first.
I'm doing New Day.
For the Tag Team Championship, I'm going to say the Lucha Dragons.
Yeah.
Get this.
I'm going with the New Day.
Not a bad pick, man. I think New Day and the Primetime Players, they're kind of trying to spotlight those two teams, so makes a lot of sense. The New Day is doing pretty well with this gimmick. I mean, it's not really advancing storyline-wise, but it's over.
You picked a good choice, though, because they had Kalisto come out on top in the match on Raw.
Indeed.
So that was my other pick is Lucha Dragons, but I'm going to go with New Day just because I like them and I think they're better with the titles than without.
Yeah.
We have the three-way Intercontinental Ryback, Miz, and Big Show.
I'm going to say Ryback retains.
I'm hoping for the life of me that Ryback retains because I don't want Miz or Big Show with the IC title.
I honestly would rather have Big Show with it.
Man, why?
Because Ryback, I mean, ever since he got the title,
It's
he
a
gets
horrible
hurt.
title reign.
It's not. I mean, he hasn't really done anything. It's just
But somebody,
I got the title.
right? But somebody, I don't like his run either. But I don't want to see Miz or Show with it either. So
I definitely don't want to see Miz do anything. I want to see Miz get the hell off my TV screen and never ever return.
Right. I'm going with Ryback.
I'll have to go with Ryback as well, but I'm rooting for you, Show.
Big Show. If Steven's listening, he knows I love him. Big Show fan. Seth Rollins and John Cena. Winner takes it all for the world and U.S. I'm going to do that one first before the big match. I'm going to say John Cena's taking it all right here.
I would like to say that historically, usually the lower-tiered champion is the one who
Maybe
wins.
I might change my mind here if I can do that. Seth Rollins, here's my pick. I'm going to pick Cena. But then I'm thinking both, because I'm thinking Rollins could win because they have not capitalized on that Brock Lesnar feud yet.
No, they haven't at all, and that's something that I can see them doing at Survivor Series for a main event. But at the same time, I mean, they need to get the belt off of Cena. I feel like it would be more valuable on somebody else.
Yeah, Rollins needs the titles more than Cena does.
Yeah, most definitely.
I definitely see some kind of screw job finish.
Yeah, most likely. Some kind of authority bullshit.
So I'm going to go with Rollins, but I could Cena's my first pick, Rollins is my second. I mean, that's the way it is. Like, that's a toss-up there for me. I don't know what they're going to do, but they've done a good...
Who's third?
There's no third. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just ridiculous because I really don't know. I'm saying Cena. I'll go with Cena because that was my first pick, but...
I'm going to have to go with Rollins retains it.
Right.
Even though historically speaking, usually the lower tiered champion is the one who cashes in and upgrades to the bigger title. I don't see any reason to give Cena the belt right now unless you're going to transfer it onto somebody else.
Could you see a Money in the Bank cash in?
I can see an attempted Money in the Bank cash in.
Hey, that would get the world off of Seth Rollins and leave him with the U.S.
That wouldn't be too bad of an idea there. I think Seth Rollins as World Heavyweight Champion is not that great, though.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to stick with my prediction of Cena doing it. That. He's going to tie Flair, maybe, in my opinion.
Oh, good for all the Cena fans.
Maybe that's why Flair's there.
There you go. Could be.
Come out to congratulate him when he wins. So I'm sticking with my pick. But, like, you heard my other opinion, too, I had to give. So.
Yeah.
And then finally, it's the match that everybody's probably wanting to see: Lesnar versus Taker.
I'm going with the Undertaker.
Taker wins, you're saying?
I'm saying Taker wins, and we get Taker Lesnar 3 or 4 or whatever it is coming up.
You saw the end of the Raw where he tombstoned Brock and stuff, right?
Yeah, I did see the end.
He got a pop of booze too, man. It was great.
Oh yeah.
There's the train coming through on Cdub side.
Train's
Everybody
rolling through.
say hi to the train as it rolls by.
Yes.
The train is coming.
Yeah, I'm thinking Taker wins this, man. I think Taker needs to be built up just a little bit in this feud and kind of looked at as a threat again.
Yeah.
And I think that it won't be the end game for Lesnar and Taker. This is just another chapter in their story.
I'm going to go with Undertaker, and here's another thing that I'm going to go with is Kane will be returning as the Big Red Monster to get his retribution on Lesnar, and that will be how he will lose.
That seems to make a whole lot of sense. I almost forgot that Kane even existed.
And we have a return of the Brothers of Destruction one last time.
That would make a lot of sense, man. That's something that Undertaker is probably going to want to do going into the end of his career. So,
well, I'm going to finish it on that note, man. Taker wins it. Kane returns. SummerSlam. There's our predictions. I guess we'll see you guys next week. We're going to have to get Cdub at least on here to talk about what happened at SummerSlam and Takeover. Definitely.
No doubt, man. I'll be looking forward to it. You guys can keep up with me in the meantime at chronochord.com. You can find me over on the YouTube page.
I always put the link down under on the description.
Yeah, man. And check us out on SoundCloud. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube too, man. We got a lot of great stuff coming out right now. over on Chronochord Media.
And everybody do the same exact thing that he said with the Brawl for All Pro Wrestling Show. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like, share us on Twitter, share us on freaking Facebook, wherever. Get the word out there. The Brawl for All is the place to be. And we will see you next week. Looking forward to SummerSlam. Cdub, I thank you as always for tuning in. Jeff, I hope you can get freed up from the Wyatts. We were glad that we could hear you, sort of hear you on this episode. But I'm going to say thanks, everybody, for listening. Cdub, peace out.
Holla holla.
If you hear me.